Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our tarot reading for my Sun tier members. So if you're viewing this, thank you so much for your support and your consideration. I genuinely appreciate you being here, and I hope that you guys find some peace and something resonant in this reading for you. If you like what you see and want to see more, please consider visiting me on my socials. I've linked that in the video description, but also in the little description box for this page. So thank you so much for your viewership out there. I am taking commissioned readings, so if you're interested in a private reading, I am available to you for that if you're interested, but please know that is, that's an option, not an obligation, so follow your heart there. I have also included a list of the decks I'm using, and there is a bonus reading for this video, so take a look at the timestamp if you want to see what that's about. So also I have a couple of incense sticks currently burning, so if you see something wafting into frame, and that is what is, I have some incense going and the smoke may come into frame, so no worries, I'm okay. Just giving you a heads up on that. So I've been doing okay. Things have been very busy currently because I am in the works for August. I have I've had a bunch of family stuff going down, which has been interesting and a lot of fun, but it has also meant that I have not had, my focus has been pulled in a few different directions, and it's been a little bit to try and balance everything out, but thankfully I am okay. I'm getting to it. I'm getting stuff done. It's been a bit of a push, but I'm hoping things will lighten up. But between then and now, we're just gonna keep plugging along. So, in any case, let's see what your cards have to say. Again, if you find something resonant in this message, I'm glad to help you in this way. But also, if you are watching this on my YouTube, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons if you so desire to see more videos from me like this. Okay, so let's see what our Oracle energy has to offer us for today. Okay, we're going to start with the magic prayer. Okay, we have the ruby, which represents rootedness, vitality, and manifestation. Okay, we have exceeding expectations, I soar into excellence. Okay, and we have the Lady of Lightning, representing surprises, sometimes shock, and a total paradigm shift. Okay, so there is something in here that we are looking to make known. Okay, we're looking to put out some fresh energy, some new energy. There's a desire that we have been looking to attain for a while. And this may have just hit you like out of nowhere. It may have just come out of nowhere. And it's so strong and so powerful that you're sitting there going, if I don't achieve this, I will be done for. Like, it's that kind of feeling, like you might not be, that might be a little over dramatic, but you're feeling like, oh, if I don't achieve this, the disappointment will it'll hurt, basically. And I mean, I'm getting there from this magic prayer and this manifestation card. you're feeling it so strongly because you want it bad enough, right? You definitely want it bad enough. And it's at the point where it's on its way in. I feel like saying it's on its way in again because of this manifestation aspect to this card. Um, but it's probably not going to come to you in a way that you expect or are necessarily looking for. Like it might come in a way, it's coming, but you're not going to see it coming. Okay, so you will manifest it, and it will be there when it's there. I hope that makes sense. And I'm getting there because this Lady of the Lightning card. Okay, you're not going to see it coming, but when it's there, you will. Again, I'm hoping that makes sense. And when that energy, when that manifestation does happen, it's going to happen um, beyond what you were expecting. And I do think this is a positive aspect, but there will be a change. There will be a change in the way you're seeing things and the way you're feeling about things. It's going to affect the model of how you move forward from here. Okay. So let's see what else we can glean for this energy, this wild manifestation energy. It's coming in, it's looking great, but let's see what else we need to know about this situation. Okay. All right. So we have 3 cards coming out at once. Okay, we have the Tower, first card out of the deck here. So yeah, there's a shift. There's something changing. And there's something changing because things are falling away from you that are going to allow your manifestation energy to come through very strongly. Okay. And it may be such that you have to assess what isn't serving you. Okay, again, because you have this shift of perspective, shift of paradigm. There will be things that don't count for much in your space anymore. So whatever isn't serving you needs to be assessed and moved on. Okay, that doesn't mean you can't take lessons with you as you're making this change, but it does mean that you need to let the rubble fall, because the foundation and what's left is what is essential for you to move forward. Okay. You also have, I'm already shaking my head because I do see what's coming after this, but let's address this Knight of Cups here. It will be emotional, okay, and it will be a positive change. It will be very emotional because you've been working for this. You've been working for this. But here's where you're taking action, specifically in emotional and spiritual growth. But you are definitely wearing your heart on your sleeve where this situation is concerned. Okay. I'm sensing for some of you this might be relational. You might have a partner or a loved one. Maybe this is a family member that you're addressing this change with. But certainly there are some emotions that you are looking at and taking action on so you can move forward. Okay. And doing this is actually bringing you a lot of clarity and a lot of, it's bringing you a lot of clarity and a lot of understanding that you're the one with the keys to the car and you know how to drive that car forward. You know how to take what you're feeling, what you're seeing, and put it in a way that suggests that you're ready to take action. You're ready to let this tower moment happen because you have so many other good things coming in for you. Okay. And so yeah, you're in a good place emotionally, potentially. And I say potentially because parts of this might not resonate with you, and if that's the case, please leave it for someone who will. But please, if you do find something resonant in it, I've said this a lot, you'll know if it does. Let's just put it like that. Okay. Anyway, Chariot. Let's see your hidden energy. Okay, we have Temperance. So I like that this card is coming out here because it's suggesting finding a balance, striking a balance between inspired action and moments of reflection. Okay, and I'm saying it like that because you're feeling a lot. Okay, you have a lot happening. Here's our Chariot, here's our Tower. A lot is happening, I think, between these two cards. Okay, and just because you know you should act doesn't mean that the action you want to take is right for that moment. So basically, take a pause to have a breath and assess your impulses. So why are you trying to do what you're doing? What are you looking to achieve by this action? And if it isn't an action that's safe to take for you in the moment, if you can let it pause, or at least press pause on that, because you're going to know when to take action, when to move forward on things, by pausing and reflecting on what the potential intention of that action is. Okay. Again, I hope that makes sense. That's our hidden energy, and our clarifying energy is the Five of Swords. So like I said, watch the intentions, watch what you're hoping to achieve, because you may get what you're looking for, okay? But it might not be exactly what you thought it was. Okay? Again, remember, assessing the intention, pause and reflect. And if it isn't the right action for that moment, best to leave it alone until you have a better understanding of how you're feeling. Okay? So let's clarify what it is that we need to see about each of these cards. Why are we seeing a Tower, a Knight, a Chariot, a Temperance card, and the Five of Swords? What do we need to see? Why are we seeing a Tower card, please? Why are we seeing a Tower card? Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. So there's a lot on our mind. There's definitely a lot on our mind because we've been working so hard to bring in this light, this vitality, this positivity. It's I don't want to say it's come at a cost because we know what we wanted to incur here. But again, the idea of needing to let things fall away so that the essence of the situation is what it will be good for us. That's come with some thoughts and some feelings. Again, feelings. Um, but um, it's likely that you've had to get past some analysis paralysis. Definitely some discomfort with your thoughts. You're, you as a person are very smart. You're very observant. You're probably the kind of person that sees more than they feel or sees more than they say. You're the kind of person that sees and observes more than they say, right? Which probably leads you to be the suffer in silence kind. I'm a little bit like that, although at some point I will let it come out, whatever I happen to be feeling. But that may affect you. That may have been met with some resistance, and this Queen of Swords may have caused you to feel some resistance with the Tower energy, because things have changed. Things have genuinely changed. And again, I'm getting the resistance because look at how this figure is posed, right? Again, may have had to overcome some of this analysis paralysis, and you may have had to reach out for help. However, doing this, recognizing how your thoughts are causing you to resist, and reaching out to work with others to help you get this paradigm shift going forward really has benefited you. Because again, something's coming in for you. You're not going to know it's there until it potentially comes as a surprise. But you've done the work to bring it in. So it's a reward that's been due for you. Okay? So let's see our Knight of Cups here. Why are we seeing the Knight of Cups? Knight of Cups is clear. Emperor. Okay. So you've had to work on reining some of this stuff in. Okay. Again, there's probably been a tendency in the past for you to act on emotional impulse. And you've acted on emotional impulse, but you also realize that now with everything that's happening, that aspect probably isn't going to do much good for you, especially because you've worked so hard to get yourself where things are making sense. You have an understanding, you're in authority, and can act without being impulsive. Okay. Again, this balance card is coming through again, or temperance here. You've worked hard to get authority and make things about your emotional base make sense. Okay. And that's good, because that's also brought you a lot of clarity. We're going to get here in a minute. It's also brought you a lot of clarity in how you're going to drive your car down the road. Okay. You also have the Two of Pentacles. Again, we're looking for balance here. Okay. Looking for balance and how to take action that isn't impulsive, but also, again, using our intuitive resources and what we see, what we feel, what we hear, using our observations so that we don't feel overwhelmed and can take action clearly. Okay. Chariot, let's go with that. Chariot. Why are we seeing our Chariot here? Okay, let's see our Chariot, please. Why are we seeing the Chariot in this? Okay. Judgment. Okay, we're seeing the Chariot because we're coming. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm getting excited because we're moving out of being in a place of darkness and a place of unclarity into a place where we are seeing things true, where we are doing things in a way, um, we're doing things in a way that is going to allow us to heed our highest call. Okay, again, we've been empowered to move forward. And in that empowerment, in that manifestation of our goals, we're coming into a place where things are crystal clear. We don't even need an explanation for why we're doing what we're doing. That doesn't mean that we need to act impulsively. Okay, again, I'm going back to our Knight of Cups, but we're so sure, we're so clear, we're so in our element that we know that the path might be rocky, it might be bumpy, it might lead us to question why we're on it, especially if things get challenging again, but we're empowered to go down that road because we know we have what it takes to get where we're going. And ultimately, we know we have what it takes to absorb the lessons we need while we're on the road. Okay? Okay? And we have the King of Swords. Okay. So I like that we have the King of Swords coming out here because our thoughts happen. They happen faster than we can blink. And that's just part of being human. Okay? But when our thoughts do take root and we do dwell on them, when we do have them and we're pausing and reflecting, we're in such a place that we don't allow them to overtake us. For some of you, I'm sensing that this may be you're recovering from intrusive thoughts, or you may be coming out of a mental health episode, in which case I'm proud of you, and you have my support and my love from someone who has gone through stuff like this too. Never fun, but the fact that you are in this King of Swords energy suggests that you've really worked hard to understand and be an authority over your thoughts, what you're going to choose. You're in authority over your thoughts. You know what you're thinking, and you know what's triggering you. Okay, let's move on to our Temperance. Okay, let's see your Temperance card here. Okay, we have the Princess of Wands. So in this case, I'm reading this as the Page of Wands, and what this means to me is that there is always a chance for learning, which is very generally, but in this case, this is learning to understand the intensity and intensity of the emotions we're feeling because of what we're thinking. Okay, in a way that is channeling our in a way that's channeling our ability. What am I trying to say here? Channeling our ability and intent. Good Lord. Okay, stop for a minute. I'm getting a lot of thoughts at once here. The reason we're seeing the Temperance card is because we're learning how to channel our passion and inspiration. This is something that has been sparked to come forward during this time. a lot of creative bubbling energy is coming up, but we need to learn how to put it on the right path. And that's something that is becoming very clear. Saying putting on the right path. And I like that because again, chariot, um, getting our manifestations to come forward. Okay. I like that we're seeing the Princess of Wands here. And we're also getting the Nine of Cups. Yeah, Nine of Cups. We've worked hard. We've come through a lot. Uh, we've come through a lot, and now we're in a place where not only do we feel good, we're at peace. We're finally, in a way, we're finally here. And with our sense of spiritual and physical well being. But we can start to see the payoff of our work. Okay. So yeah, let's see our Five of Swords. Why are we seeing our Five of Swords here? Five of Swords, please. What are we seeing with our Five of Swords? Okay. Five of Swords. We have the Four of Wands, which is, at least to me, this is a balance. This is a firm foundation. This is what I was talking about with our tower. This is the essential building blocks that are left when we make the change. Okay, and sometimes these building blocks don't stay intact, but I think in this case it's sure and it's firm enough and it's powerful enough to stay intact throughout this change. Okay, and that's something to be celebrated because you have a foot to stand on. Yeah, you have a foot to stand on. Just to give a little personal anecdote, there's a couple of hiking trails up behind my house. They take a little bit of a drive to get to, but one of those trails leads us past, will lead you past the foundations of an old house. The house isn't there, but the foundations still are. And I think that's the perfect illustration for this card because the foundation is still firm even if the house isn't there anymore. Okay. So yeah, there's the Four of Wands. We also have the Empress. So I had the thought a little bit ago that there's a lot, again, I did say this, there is a lot of bubbling, creative, abundant energy coming forward. Okay, and it's causing a lot of positivity, a lot of bright emotions. We've worked very hard to get it on the right path, and now we can experience and luxuriate in that creativity. Okay, so there is our main portion of the reading. I'm gonna pause and get some water. Yeah, I'm gonna pause and get some water. So cheers, here's your hydration break. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what else we need to see about this reading. I'm excited to get to it, guys. So let's see what else we need to see. What else do we need to see? Okay. All right, we have the Two of Pentacles. So again, this is a repeat card. We're balancing a lot. We're juggling a lot. We may have a lot of creative energies, a lot of creative work to do. but there will be, it will be busy enough. I think that it's going to require a balance of your attention, because I feel like this potentially the stress that you may incur on yourself will cause it to feel really unbalanced. Or you may just have enough going on that it's like, I don't know where to put my attention to first. This is where you may need to exercise some calm and collected energy in order to feel balanced when everything gets uncomfortable. Okay, so you have the Two of Pentacles. You also have the Two of Swords. There will be choices that you have to make along the way. Okay, but within reason, you have the chance to pause. Okay, and you also have the chance to make informed decisions about how you're going to collect the information you're missing. I'm saying that because if you feel hesitant, if you feel like things are going to get challenging for you while you're trying to manage all of this energy, first of all, that's okay. And it's totally understandable, because you do have a lot going on, but you also have the option to step back and gather what you're missing. Okay. And in fact, given the Two of Pentacles here, I would highly encourage you to do that, because I have a feeling the collection aspect of the Two of Swords is going to help you feel a lot more balanced. Okay, so Two of Swords, but we also have the Four of Swords. So yeah, balance. Take a break. Take a break to do this reflecting. Okay. I'm getting the sense that you're getting in your head again, because we did talk about the analysis paralysis coming from the Queen of Swords, and how that puts you in a place of resistance. Okay, just, it's okay to pause. Okay, please pause, because the only way you're going to actually do this Two of Swords work is to actually make sure that you're settled and you're at peace. Okay, and remember, you do also have the Nine of Wands out. Nine of Cups is what I meant to say. So you're okay. If you don't feel okay right now, you will be. But yeah, you're in a good place to take a break. So yeah, I'm encouraging you for that there. Our hidden energy is the Queen of Cups. Okay, so as much as you're in your thoughts, as much as you're in your head doing all of this weighing out of the emotions and this, that, and the other, you're very much an emotional person. You feel a lot. Again, you feel and you observe and you see, but you're not necessarily comfortable saying what you feel and what you see. And I feel like that's put you in some awkward places in your past. And again, with this situation, it may have put you in a place of resistance, but you've pushed through that. Okay, you've pushed through that enough to where it's going to manifest, whatever it is. And you know what that it thing is for you, it will come in. It will come in. Because at some point you dropped the resistance and you've allowed yourself to feel. How it pertains to the rest of this portion of the reading is that you're feeling a lot, you're trying to balance a lot of things, and you need to take a break to assess the choices you have right now. Okay? And even if it is just, I have 5 minutes, how am I going to spend that 5 minutes? You know, you know what's on your heart, and you know what you need to rejuvenate. Okay? All right? So, Queen of Cups is our hidden energy. Forgot to reverse this card here, but you have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're out of the cage. The cage is open, so go fly. Go chase it, but take care of yourself too. Okay, go chase your wildest dreams. Again, the cage is open. All right. So again, I'm hoping any of this makes sense. Okay, let's get into our final part of the reading, and then we'll get into our bonus reading and see what we need to see there. Okay. So final portion. What last messages do we need to see about this energy, please? All right. One more shuffle here. What do we need to see, please? What do we need to see? Okay, starting off, yeah, we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, that's the Eight of Cups. Confirming, because I've misread this card before. We have the Eight of Cups. There have been things we need to leave behind. Okay, specifically disappointments, hurts, aches, pains. The past is in the past. Okay, and remember that we've had to let certain things fall away and crumble so that we can find a new field to water. And in fact, we're clear about the fact that we need to get there. Okay. There's no point in being wistful or looking back on what has hurt us, because that's just going to re-traumatize us. We don't need that. We don't deserve to do that to ourselves. And that's why I say it's been some work. There's been some things to recover from, but we have done the recovery, and we're working on planting a new field, planting something else to be proud of. Okay. We also have the Seven of Cups here. So again, here's where our choices aspect comes in, because we have options. We have a lot. You know, there's this big beautiful feast on the table, but do we go for the chicken dish? Do we go for the veggie dish? Do we go for the grapes? Are we going to risk being eaten by the pale man? Guillermo del Toro reference. Nerd. Case in point, there's a lot on our table, okay, and we have choices to make. But recall our Five of Swords here. Not everything we choose is going to be what's good for us. And this is where pause, reflect, don't act on impulse. We might get what we're looking for, but it might not be the most fulfilling thing. It might not be the thing that fulfills us in the best way. Okay. So let's see our next card here. You know, we have the Five of Cups too. So so highlighting the disappointments, because we've definitely come through a lot. We've had to empower ourselves to pick up again. We've picked ourselves up, and we may have lost some things getting to this point. But again, I say those things have been necessary to lose. Okay, because it's gotten us to a place where we're inviting our wildest manifestations in. Okay, you know, and if you don't believe me now, just reflect on this message. What do I still have after I've been hurt, after I've been disappointed? Okay, what I guarantee, even if you have, even if you feel like you have nothing left, you still have hidden resources to draw upon. Okay, um, and I think deep down, you know what those things are. You know, yeah, you know what those things are, and that's what you're taking with you when you move forward. Okay, so that's the Five of Cups. There's the Four of Swords coming back out again. Don't be afraid to rest. Don't be afraid to, get more sleep, drink more water, do your self-care more regularly. Eat the food that's going to digest for you. I had a big old chocolate bar for snack this morning, which wasn't good, but if that's I like the chocolate bar. I needed to do some self-care, which is why I went for a walk, which is why I got the chocolate bar. But the point of me saying that is that you're in a space to take this pause, okay? And you're in a space to take this pause, so don't be afraid to, okay? Because there's this aspect of it. There's the turning point, okay? That's our hidden energy and our clear. Eight of Swords in reverse again, guys. The cage is open. I'm going to repeat it because it's coming out again. They're coming out again. Okay? You're in a safe place to leave the cage. Okay? And you've been in such a place that it has taken a rest to build your strength to move forward. Okay? Again, the cage is open. The cage is open, and I would say, what are you waiting for? But, again, we have the Knight of Cups, and I did say we're being called not to act impulsively or give ourselves a chance to reflect. So, yeah, take it slow when you're getting out the door, right? Okay, so let's get into our bonus reading for this video, and we'll see what we need to see. Okay. All right, we have Deep Freeze. Okay. We have the golden four-leaf clover representing good luck, happiness, and abundance. Okay. All right, we have standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. Okay. And, pardon me, we have the Lady of the Gift. This is generosity, receiving, or withholding. So I'm getting the idea that we have had some things that we've had to press pause over, okay? Specifically on things that we have been looking to develop or receive. There's a pause, okay? There's definitely a pause. But I think it's brought in such a time for reflection, okay? And reflection in a way of, reflection in the way of what we really need, what we really deserve to have in our space. Okay. Um, and potentially that's had us questioning a lot about who we are, what we stand for, what it is that we're not willing to compromise on. Okay. And I'm getting there from the standing firm card. Um, but keeping that in mind, we've been able to tap into a source of abundance that people may question, but it can't be taken from us. Okay, and again, I'm getting there from this golden four-leaf clover. Okay, all right. So we have for our tarot, that was our bonus oracle. For our tarot, we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, we have the King of Cups. All right, we have the Page of Swords. Okay, and we have the Knight of Cups. Well, that's interesting. Okay, we have some deeply emotional energy coming out here. And I'm getting here with the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups here. It's deeply emotional, but it's also the kind of thing that we're taking inspired action on, but in a way that's not overwhelming us. Okay, we certainly have some very passionate, fiery energy starting to come in here. I have the Ace of Wands and the Page of Swords here. So there's a new opportunity for something to grow, maybe creatively, but certainly within other areas of your life. So whether you're doing a lot of emotional reflection, or my tendency is to call that shadow work, but you'll probably have a different phrasing for that. But in either way, there's something new sparking in here, and you're having to learn how to channel that within reason of your thoughts. Within reason of your thoughts. What's interesting here is that this energy is going to feed into each other, because wands are associated with fire and the swords are associated with air. And fire needs oxygen to burn. Okay, so you're putting new fuel on this fire, and yeah, you're putting new fuel on this fire because you've taken the time to pause and reflect on how you're feeling, certainly how you're feeling, how you're going to take action, and what it is that you're feeling. Okay, you're putting your emotions into this sparked energy in a way that isn't overwhelming, and that will help you challenge yourself if you get into a negative reinforcement pattern, but certainly able to channel the ways in which you're going to go about achieving this goal. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I hope that has helped you in some way. If you like what you see in the video, or if you want to get a private reading done with me, please consider it. I am happy to help you in any way. Also, I am open to feedback, so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know, and I'm happy to help where I can. So, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you for being here. I love you and I appreciate you. And until the next one, I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.